has become the first woman to reach a fortune of $100 billion.
Novelist and philanthropist Mackenzie Scott is now the richest woman in the world.
Behind great fortune, discover the top 10 richest wives, residing in opulence and fascination.
An American heiress retakes the top spot as the world's richest woman. Alice Walton, daughter of Walmart founder Sam Walton, is worth $46 billion.
Number 10. Abigail Johnson. Net worth, $31.3 billion.
So you're growing up in Boston. Your father's building a company that's becoming one of the biggest mutual fund complexes in the world. Was it complicated growing up with your father and family being so famous, or were you relatively anonymous as a young child?
Enter softly into the realm of Abigail Johnson, a financial powerhouse shrouded in intrigue. As the CEO of Fidelity Investments, a company overseeing more than $4.5 trillion in assets, Abigail is not only among the wealthiest wives globally, but also one of the most quietly influential. Born in Boston in 1961, she joined the company established by her grandfather in 1946, starting from the bottom and moving upward. Yet, although her financial decisions are daring, her private life remains shrouded in mystery. Her Massachusetts property is a concealed stronghold, featuring biometric security, private gardens monitored by AI-driven drones, and a personal art vault storing Picasso's and unique American masterpieces. She is recognized for obtaining million-dollar artworks in discreet auctions, flying unnoticed on a fleet of Gulfstream aircraft. She avoids tweeting, doesn't deliver speeches, and stays away from cameras like they're contagious. What would cause a person with such significant influence to entirely shun the spotlight? Is it modesty, or is there something beyond? With Abigail Johnson, what remains unseen may hold greater strength than what is visible. Number 9. Gina Rinehart. Net worth, $31.9 billion. Gina Rinehart is much more than merely Australia's wealthiest woman. She's the dominant ruler of mining whose fortune was shaped from the red soil of the outback. Gina was born in 1954 in Perth, Western Australia, and took over Hancock prospecting following the passing of her father, Lang Hancock, who is well known for finding large iron ore deposits in the Pilbara region. However, rather than merely maintaining the wealth, Gina turned the business into an international mining powerhouse. With agreements extending from China to India, her impact in the resource industry is astounding. Her opulent $25 million residence in Perth is just the tip of the iceberg. She jets around the globe in private planes, possesses extensive cattle ranches, and amasses rare jewels that remain unseen by the public. Beneath the shining exterior, however, exists a turbulent tale. Gina's existence is filled with intrigue, highlighted by a contentious decade-long legal battle with her own children regarding billion-dollar trust funds. What motivates a woman so strong to battle against her own lineage? Is it dominance, heritage, or something deeper concealed in the depths of this mining empire? Number 8. Mackenzie Scott. Net worth, $34.1 billion. Once the quiet partner in Amazon's rapid ascent, married to Jeff Bezos, the richest person globally, Mackenzie Scott has unexpectedly transformed her legacy. Following her divorce in 2019, she left with an astonishing $38 billion, immediately ranking as one of the wealthiest women globally. Rather than holding on to the signs of immense wealth, Mackenzie initiated a philanthropic movement, donating over $17 billion within a few years. Her generosity is swift, calculated, and surprisingly discreet, igniting intrigue within exclusive circles. Nonetheless, her existence is far from humble. She possesses a stunning $37.5 million waterfront estate in Washington state, featuring private docks, glass walls offering limitless vistas, and interiors designed by famous designers. Nonetheless, she often unloads her properties and high-end possessions, directing the earnings towards charitable contributions. What is truly motivating her constant generosity? Is this salvation? A secret uprising against the culture of billionaires? Or might there be more profound secrets concealed beneath her calm exterior? One thing is clear: Mackenzie Scott continues to be one of the most mysterious billionaires in existence. Number 7. Miriam Adelson. Net worth, $34.6 billion.
Miriam Adelson to the stage.
Miriam Adelson is more than a billionaire widow. She's a significant global influencer whose reach subtly extends from Las Vegas to Washington, D.C., and further. Born in Tel Aviv in 1945, she began her career as a well-regarded doctor focused on addiction therapy. However, everything transformed when she wed casino magnate Sheldon Adelson. After his death, she acquired the majority stake in Las Vegas Sands, launching her into the elite sphere of global, high-stakes commerce. From exclusive levels in Venetian Macau to high-profile dinners in the U.S., her life is adorned with gold leaf, classified information, and elite privileges. Her opulent lifestyle features expansive properties, art collections valued in the millions, and whispers of a desire to buy a stake in the Dallas Mavericks NBA team. Beneath the allure, there exists something far more mysterious: her steadfast dedication to medical research and addiction philanthropy. How does a woman grounded in science emerge as one of the most significant personalities in politics and entertainment? And even more crucial, what hidden truths does she hold beneath that always composed smile? Number 6. Rafaela Aponte Diamant. Net worth, $34.8 billion. She amassed her wealth on the open ocean, yet Rafaela Aponte Diamant is seldom featured in the press. Together with her husband Gianluigi, she established the Mediterranean Shipping Company, MSC, the largest privately held shipping empire globally. Born in Switzerland in 1945, Rafaela's sharp business insight and vision contributed to transforming MSC into the global leader it is today, encompassing container shipping, logistics, and luxury cruising. Her private life reflects the grandeur of her empire, featuring luxurious yachts that sail across the Mediterranean like drifting palaces, adorned with interiors resembling a high-end catalog, baccarat chandeliers, bespoke Versace decor, and a staff trained to five-star hotel standards. However, in spite of her remarkable fortune, Rafaela continues to be a mystery. She seldom shows up in public, steers clear of media attention, and tightly protects her private life. What motivates her longing for that level of privacy? What mysteries are hidden in her naval realm? Why does she persist in avoiding the spotlight, even while overseeing one of the globe's most influential sectors? Number 5. Savitri Jindal. Net worth, $43.3 billion. India's wealthiest woman, Savitri Jindal, bears the burden of tradition and considerable influence with exceptional poise. Savitri, born in Assam in 1950, experienced a life-changing shift upon marrying O.P. Jindal, the founder of the Jindal Group. Following his unexpected death in 2005, she assumed the role of matriarch and led the company, a steel and power conglomerate that has since become one of India's most powerful. What occurred next was truly remarkable. In spite of the traditionally male-dominated Indian industrial landscape, Savitri grew Jindal Group into additional sectors, incorporating wind energy, real estate, and others. Her lavish residences in New Delhi resemble grand retreats rather than simple homes, showcasing exquisite Indian art, vibrant gardens, and secure estates protected with top-level security. Apart from her business activities, Savitri holds considerable political power, having been a minister in the Haryana state government. Yet, the true enigma is, how did this traditional woman come to lead a multi-billion-dollar empire? And what unseen influences guided her journey to authority? Number 4. Jacqueline Mars. Net worth, $47.6 billion. If you've ever enjoyed a Snickers bar or relished the taste of M&Ms, you've inadvertently played a part in Jacqueline Mars's multi-billion-dollar wealth. Born in 1939 in New Jersey, Jacqueline is the granddaughter of Frank C. Mars, the pioneer behind Mars Inc., a family-run empire that transformed the candy market. Currently, Jacqueline's fortune is astonishing, yet she stays notably elusive, a subtle but influential presence behind one of the globe's largest private firms. Her Virginia property is a vast work of art, displaying the grace of equestrian living with large horse stables, green pastures, and a charm of vintage refinement. Even with her immense wealth, Jacqueline has a low public profile. She seldom engages with the media and avoids the spotlight. Her dedication to philanthropy is clear, as she invests significantly in animal welfare and the arts. However, the legacy of the Mars family is enveloped in mystery. Beyond visible facades, familial conflicts and corporate intrigue spark rumors. What is hidden below the facade of this candy empire, and what truths is Jacqueline safeguarding? Number 3. Yang Huiyan. Net worth, $53.8 billion. Frequently recognized as the wealthiest woman in China, Yang Huiyan's name is associated with influence and status, yet her narrative is shrouded in enigma. Born in 1981 in Guangdong Province, Yang received a significant fortune when her father, Yang Guoqiang, transferred control of Country Garden Holdings to her in 2007. At merely 25 years old, she took over as the leader of one of the largest real estate firms in China. Currently, Country Garden constructs everything from advanced smart cities to expansive luxury skyscrapers in China and elsewhere. Yang's realm consists of private jets, luxurious residences in Singapore, London, and Beijing, along with a collection of high-end fashion that would enviously impress any runway. However, in spite of her wealth, Yang's existence stays surprisingly subdued with no social media updates, no public events, and little media attention. Economic recessions and public observation have attempted to break the silence, but Yang's quietude only enhances the enigma. What makes a person with such riches and power so mysterious? Is it a tactic, or is there an unseen narrative lurking underneath? Number 2. Alice Walton. Net worth, $62.3 billion. Being the sole daughter of Walmart creator Sam Walton, Alice Walton could have easily taken charge of one of the world's biggest retail empires. Instead, she created a distinctly different legacy grounded in art, culture, and deep discretion. Alice, born in 1949 in Newport, Arkansas, was always drawn to creativity, and in 2011, she achieved a lifelong aspiration by establishing the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas. This museum is more than a collection of masterpieces. It stands as a testament to her vision, containing works from artists such as Andy Warhol, Mark Rothko, and a rare painting by Leonardo da Vinci. Alice's affluence is apparent in her expansive ranches, personal Gulfstream jets, and discreet collections valued at hundreds of millions when it pertains to her way of living. Yet, in spite of her vast wealth, Alice primarily stays away from the limelight, shunning the corporate boardrooms that her family has dominated for years. What motivates her choice of art instead of industry? What revelations could her unique collection disclose about the woman who possesses the wealth? Number 1. Françoise Bettencourt Myers. Net worth, $74.8 billion.
The L'Oreal heiress has become the first woman to reach a fortune of $100 billion.
The wealthiest woman globally is likewise the most enigmatic, representing a lifestyle of opulence that few could imagine. Françoise Bettencourt Myers took over the iconic L'Oreal empire from her mother, Liliane, in 2017, confirming her position at the summit of the global wealth rankings. Born in 1953 in Neuilly-sur-Seine, France, Françoise upholds the heritage of a brand that has influenced the beauty sector for more than 100 years. Her way of life is characterized by subtle opulence, several properties throughout Europe, private aircraft, and a sense of understated elegance. Yet under this facade of grace exists a woman of diverse aspects. A theologian, a literary personality, and a philanthropist deeply committed to charitable initiatives. Her existence has been tainted by controversy, featuring a contentious legal dispute regarding her mother's wealth and claims of exploitation by a photographer who took advantage of her aged mother. In spite of the turmoil, Françoise has stood firm, safeguarding her family's empire. However, what is concealed beneath this flawless exterior? What mysteries lie hidden behind the opulent walls of the Bettencourt inheritance? Each woman has crafted a life of luxury and influence, Yet what distinguishes them is the mystery and allure that envelops their riches and authority. Who do you believe has the most intriguing life out of them? Share your thoughts in the comments, and remember to like and subscribe for additional explorations into the lives of the world's most influential elites.